You get it with the coins that drop from the cash drum.
I have a lot of coins. I just need to find someone who uses as well.
Yeah, you buy them with the coins, and then you can use the coins to buy this stuff to augment them.
Yeah.
Okay, but like,
it's
where's the guy that...
in Bajja, the Bajdan Saloon
Bajja?
front.
Okay, so I have to leave party. What time do I have? Okay. The tank is in Bajja. Here we go.
Let's see. Time to wear exactly the dumbest looking glam I possibly can, which literally makes me look like a level 1.
Wait, how do I augment Bajja gear?
So you need to
This is
have
gonna
the
be so
Bajda
dumb.
gear. He's... If you
I know, I'm talking
just
to the
spawn
guy.
in, it's like to the northeast, I guess.
No, I'm talking to the guy. He says I need Bajjan runners, secrets, blah blah blah. How do I get the secrets?
So go to the other option he has, that's like the purchase stuff, and scroll to the bottom. That has the runner secret.
Holy shit.
Yes, it's a lot of coins.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
just missing the leg piece right now. And it's also like 600,000 gil per
on the
piece.
market board, and they are less than 400k on Diabolos.
Some of them are a lot cheaper than what you can get, yeah.
Okay.
I'd recommend for
400K.
sure,
I need
like
to go
unless
to
you have a bunch of
Diabolos
coins, it's easier to just buy the body and leg pieces, because they cost twice the amount of coins, right? So
Yeah, and the leg piece is 800k on Marlboro. Oh god. Damn.
I mean, the prices vary incredibly, but I've gotten some of them for like 200k.
yeah, it depends a lot on when, too. Chances are they're not going to be getting any cheaper.
At this point, unlikely not, yeah. Wait,
Now let's see if I can.
with the scaling
Can I
in
turn it on
DRS,
something
I
like
could
that?
literally wear this hat and outfit, and it would work the
Yep.
same.
Damn.
That's so dumb.
See if I can find their thing here. No?
So for Cure 4,
So
it's Cure 4 and literally whatever else I want to bring.
yep.
Has the person buying Bajja gear bought it yet? Because they're cheaper on Goblin actually. Like a lot cheaper.
How much cheaper?
Body is 400k. Legs are 600. Everything else is cheaper.
Oh, well, I mean, on Bryn, it's 300k for body, so.
There's a website if you want to cross-check stuff. I use Universalis.
It has a delay of about an hour though.
Universalis
said-
depends on who all is running the plugins and checking those particular things on the market board.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
So I should have just updated them on Coerl, at the very least.
I never knew that. That's cool.
The more people that use it, the better, more accurate it is.
Exactly. And the more people that check that particular item whenever someone needs it updated.
You're back. I need to go exchange the gear for better gear.
There is both a plugin you can install for ACT that does it, or the Quick Launcher automatically has it built in. Right, I was gonna empty inventory, that's what I needed to do.
Luna,
Holy
what
shit.
the heck?
I just spent 2 million gil.
Dang.
That'll happen.
Y'all heard nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard like clicking sounds, so it's like, raw.
Definitely not me accidentally dropping a dice off my desk.
It has to be a D&D device.
Natural 1.
Nice.
It was a 6, but
Damn it.
no crit success.
Yes, crit success. I knew it's gonna be D&D. If it's in D&D, I choose to be a slug. I don't know why.
Okay, so I have the augmented Bajin stuff. Now I need to get Law's Order, right?
You won't be able to augment the Law's Order unless you have the Runner's Secret from DRS, which is either 10 of any of the plates, or there's a low chance you get a full one from any chest, or you're guaranteed a random full one on the Queen chest.
But I still want the base item from...
You'll want it eventually, yeah, but equipping it won't benefit you right now.
Yeah, so the gear that you can augment with the Runner's Secrets that you bought are the gear that you buy from the resistance supplier inside the southern front.
Yeah. So I'll make a new gear set for this.
I just
That stuff
refuse
also
to have this.
drops rarely in cast Lacus Litore.
I just refuse to freaking bloody buy. Or I
Is
just
the
refuse
drop
to have
for the full piece?
such a fast spell speed. I like my
Honestly,
2.5 seconds.
couldn't tell you.
Because I've gotten one already.
I'd imagine it's about the same drop rate as Castrum's dropping one for you out of any of those chests.
Oh, interesting. Maybe I just did my time on Castrum because I ran that like 70 times and never got a single
Hi,
one.
Ari.
It can be very variable.
Never mind, I did not see that right. Alright.
Nope.
I'm kind of mad about this
frick.
game where I don't use rescue outside of outside of combat. I wish I can use rescue outside of combat. Just
True.
for maiming sakes. God.
So now I have haste. Which...
Why do you need haste armor for?
Hey, oh, Black Mages go burr.
Oh, are you trying to do maximum damage and...
Haste makes you move fast. Burr.
Oh. Wait, I want that so I can get out of the lava faster.
It's
Give me some
it's
money.
not movement speed.
Or-
It's
I have
basically
60,000.
spell speed or skill speed.
I just want the armor.
Oh, the armor, you just need coins.
Oh, okay,
Oh, I'm
fine.
sorry. Not move. Act. Act faster.
You just said move faster. I was like, bruh, I could have
It's
run
act
faster.
faster. Your auto attacks, your spells, and your weapon skills will go faster.
Brr, brr.
I want it so that I can be more comfortable with my inner releases inside here.
That
Oh,
sounds interesting.
So
I mean, it's
with...
never gonna hurt to have haste gear.
Okay,
I'm
so
at-
to put this in perspective, with the haste gear on Black Mage, I get 9 Fire 4s off
Oh, holy shit!
in 1 Fire 1 cast.
What?
Yes,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yes, I don't have to refresh my cast.
What the
Normally.
fuck?
Yep. And that's without dice memes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I need I need like 300 more coins, and I can get my leg orderly Bajin set, so I can.
Well,
Get
do
the
you have
augmented blades.
the earring? Because that's probably the easiest one to get.
Yes, I have all the augmented stuff except for the leg piece right now, and then I have the augmented laws chest and feet gear right now for my tank.
Cool. Cool.
So I guess our party's just gonna have 2 dervishes.
Yeah, it's fine. It's any DPS, so.
There's a lot of people from Marlborough. Gosh, wow. I heard in Walker, like, Black Mage starts to go down. Like, it's harder to play them.
The rotation's gonna be different. Maybe not completely different. I don't know how that fire change is gonna be, but I don't think it'll be difficult per se.
I will say this. Sage, DR Savage, Reaper, DR Savage? Huh?
Honestly, I feel like Sage is gonna be less good compared to like Scholar, but the Barrier and Pure Healer change is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird for everyone to get used to for a while.
I'm pretty
Dance partner
sure-
on Sage.
I'm pretty sure that duel, like the Reaper on duel, will be like going like 10% faster than the Dragoon. At least it'll be faster.
What am I looking
I
for?
think
again?
Reaper will be
Bosnian, right, here we go.
better than. I just think Dragoon takes the L with animation lock.
At least Scholar will not have a trouble with the lava phase. They can just go running across the room with their skill. Oh, I love
They
that.
won't have it.
Oh, they won't have it in the dungeon?
They're gonna be level 80, not level 90.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be sad.
There's so many
Peloton.
meme forced marches.
I mean, Battle Peloton would also kill a lot of people.
Oh, did somebody say lost impetus?
Exactly.
Let's see, am I missing any signs of life? I don't think so. So I think I'm just gonna... map these.
Just one.
Damn it, why there's so many Applebee's in my area? They should all be gone. They're so bad. Sorry.
Try to feed the bees oranges instead.
I would think Scholar would have a little bit improvement though, like less mana costs, right? On the Nets Endwalker.
Scholar?
Yeah, because like it costs so much mana as a Scholar.
I mean, if you're using your energy drains regularly, you should not run out of mana.
I have still, if you died, you're cursed. You're just.
I mean, if you're
cursed.
dead, that's a completely different story. If no one dies, you should be fine.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you die and you have no Aether Floral, you're just cursed. You're just
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely cursed.
that's just unfortunate.
I don't know. I find mana management so much easier on Scholar than like White Mage.
Yeah,
Scholar's
Yeah.
just a no-brainer.
definitely.
find
I've not run out of mana on Scholar in years.
I have not run out mana on White Mage and Asteroid, but I keep running out mana on Scholar. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think the build I gave you for Astro will not make you go so it should be fine.
It's my Scholar that's go.
I mean, if you're using the same gear for both your White Mage, Scholar, and Astro, you're gonna run into different mana issues because they each have different requirements.
Yeah.
They each have a different biz, so you have to set up their.
I'm wearing Enderman gear from all. Of
Like
them.
just because you can't. That's not like some of them need a Crypt Lurker, some of them even need like crafted gear. I think Scholar has 2 crafted pieces in their biz. That's just how it is.
They're recommended for if you're playing that recommended playstyle.
Yeah.
But again, play what's comfy.
Well, yeah, I'm giving her the builds that's her playstyle, right? But like, if
Yeah,
she's not gonna, she has to build those pieces first, and then it's gonna suit her style. Like, otherwise, if she's using a high spell speed on Scholar or Astro, she's gonna run out. Whereas a high spell speed on White Mage is more forgiving. You know what I mean? It's just.
Mine, I have to run. I don't remember the exact number, so please don't judge me. But I have to run 2 +60s, pieties, to be comfy, just to get me into that inch me into that comfort zone on Scholar. On White Mage, nah, it's a direct hit mage. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Direct hit.
But on my White Mage, I need that little bump of piety.
Yeah.
for
You're
Scholar.
not playing White Mage if you're not. If you're not playing White Mage right, if you're not a green DPS in DR Savage. I'm just joking.
Well, if I was in the any DPS role, which I will be in tonight in the next raid after this one.
Luna, how's your internet today?
I fixed my issue.
Oh, thank God. Because
I found out it was my phone doing some weird background crap. So guess what I did?
Oh my God.
I reprogrammed
Turn it off.
so, well, no, I have dial-up. I reprogrammed it so that whenever I'm actually on the computer, there is not a single app on my phone can use data except for my tether.
That's cool.
You're on dial-up?
Yes.
That
Do you
sounds
live in
rough.
2002?
Yes.
Oh my God.
2002.
Yes,
Jesus.
I remember being on dial-up.
What
Again,
is
if I was on any DPS role,
You'd
could.
probably be fucked.
I will be on White Mage. I will
Yes.
be Templar White Mage. I will up DPS everybody.
Yes.
I dare you
Last
to
night was-
not
I tried Templar the other day after hearing you guys talk about it, and oh my God, this thing's amazing. I was
It's
doing
really
cocaine
good.
before, but then I
Hold
was dying, so.
Hey Kozakura, are you okay with solo tanking your party? For the sake of Aether Shield and stuff? Alright.
Willota also knows that I can flex to rolls if needed.
Flex all day, flex all night. You got it, girl. You got it. I don't know. No one knows the guidance song, but yeah, that was a reference.
Oh, once it clear, I can probably solo tank.
Solo
You too.
tanking is essentially the same as tanking, it's just you need to be confident with Queen and TA for the sake of Aether Shield, is all.
I don't think you're
I mean, I'm comfortable with the Aether Shield part. It's just I sometimes mess up with the cleave mechanic, and that shit kills me. So.
Yeah, because it's essentially, if you have 2 tanks in your party, one of them dies, the other can Aether Shield. If you're solo and you die, then
Then the whole party's just dead. I know.
pretty much.
pretty much.
Yeah, once I get TA and Queen down, I think I can solo. It's just everything else I'm fine with.
I'll ask here for the people who are in voice. the duelist I had and the backup duelist I had in mind were unable to make it, so is there someone here who is interested in such?
I vote Luna.
Okay, I mean, if you want to teach me, I'll do it.
I vote Remy.
Maybe. Wait, Luna, why don't you duel? You tried dueling.
Yeah, why don't you do
I
duel?
have had my dueling privileges revoked. Thank you.
Oh,
Because of
what
last week?
happened?
100% of my duels, I've either crashed or hit in rage.
Oh.
Oh, okay, okay, makes sense. Rest in
So
peace,
I'm no
Luna.
longer dueling.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Luna. Moment.
Oh, it's okay. I don't mind. It's whatever. I just wanted to go profane white mage, and you know. I will say this. Okay, Templar white mage can easily pull off of tanks. I did not know that.
How? Wow. Okay.
I found out in Queensguard because I pulled
Oh,
both. Like legitimately, I pulled both bosses off of both tanks,
Oh my
and
god.
they tethered and everything, and it was bad.
Oh god. And you can't shirk, so...
Looking at my roster, it looks like my primary dispel is gone, so if you'd like to do that, Kozakura. Other than that, I think...
Can you explain Dispel for me real quick?
Like, on a lot of the fights, or at least like Queensguard, Sytg, you only need one Dispel to deal with it, so that's your primary. But it's like the Aether Shield thing. If they die and there's no one to dispel, then you're scuffed.
Because I was told to bring a Dispel somewhere, so...
Yes. I want to say every tank, but some do main tank, off tank. There's space for every tank, really, to have a backup Dispel and Percept.
Okay.
Because those become important. So...
Yeah.
Do I need to? If you need an extra tank, I can flex to it.
I think we're sorted, we're just waiting on a couple. I mean, Alia's eating breakfast. Moojak and... Who was it? Is it Booney? No. Kameto. Moojak and Kameto are in DRS, doing some stuff for a sec. And the last one... No, that's it. Just Alia, Moojak, and Kameto are the three we're waiting on. How many are in voice right now?
Does anybody need some extra care?
42. That's a lot. So I'll just say before we go in, if you are a tank, it is very important for you to have like a good loadout. DPS get a scapegoat where they put in their DPS actions and then they slot in backups so they can pump. Healers don't really need to pump all that much unless they're bringing Seraph and doing some fun, so most of that is utility anyway. Tanks, you kind of balance it back and forth, where on fights you want your pump actions, but on the fights that need the utility you need to swap it in. So you need to balance that. Obviously there are the Perceptors that we have, the 4 assigned to it in Group C and Group F. They'll have it in the beginning, and at least one of them will just carry Perception or swap in and out Perception so we can find traps after bosses. Every other tank, doesn't matter if you're assigned Percept or not, you should have it in your loadout. You should have one available, regardless. And I'd also appreciate if you had a Dispel available. You don't need to equip it on Queensguard. You only need one to deal with that job and maybe a backup. But when we get to Sytg, I'd like to have options. And also Queen needs multiple dispels at once. With that in mind, you should have your actions so you can deal DPS, things like Honored Sack, Font to Power, Blood Rage, whatever you like, and plan so that when you get to fights where you're slotting in over these, that you can use your backups after that. Such as if you're going to Queen's Guard and you're dispelling, you'll slot in Dispel over Honored Sack. You'll want an extra Honored Sack so you can use it after, so you can DPS on TA and Sytg or whatever. There is easy to
Almost
follow
that time.
loadouts in DRS resources, just the off tank and main tank thing. It should cover everything you need, and you should have ample space to deal with that.
Looks like we're
The
missing
only
one
reason I'm
tank and one
stressing this so
DPS.
much is because tanks can deal a decent amount of damage, they can make up for a decent amount of percent on a boss. And we don't want to run into an issue where we are TA progging, but if we clear TA and we get to Sytg, and we don't have Percepts or Dispels available, we just can't do Sytg, and if we can't do Sytg, we can't do Queen, right? So, please be mindful.
I just wanted to
And-
understand the nuances, so thank you.
And once Ali is here, we'll hop in. And with that in mind, healers, I don't know if you prefer light curtains or just Lost Reflects, but you know, Queen's Guard you need to reflect for, right? Maybe you want to swap to something else for Sytg or TA. If you are swapping stuff out, have a backup. If you're using light curtains, bring like 10 of them. You always want to be prepared. Do I have my Rend armors? I have Cherub. I have Raynet. Okay, they're both here. And Remy, did you want a duel?
Yeah, I already grabbed my loadout preset for it.
Alright, that's a duelist sorted. I think that should be everything then.
I think. Wow. Wait, what are we missing on? It says 47, oh, 48. Oh, I just realized. Never mind.
Okay, cool. We
Yep.
got our tank.
Alright. Let me just make sure I have everything sorted.
I'm feeling a strange sense of deja vu.
Why?
Are you Tracer?
I'll put out a ready check. Make sure everyone is here and ready. All right. I'll cue us in.
Here we go.
As per normal, we are going to be pre-popping pures. Kozakura, you'll be party lead for D.
It's me, Mario. I know.
Time to wear my dumb outfit.
As I went over, especially tanks, be sure you are planning your loadout. So if you're swapping things in or out, you
Oh,
have backups.
shoot, I need to adjust,
and that, at the very least, you have a
nameplates.
perception and dispel available should we get to Sytg and Queen.
One question for Slime side. Do they have 2 Perceptors right now? Or do I need to bring it as a...
We
tank
should
container?
have 2 Perceptors on either side.
Okay, thank you.
And this is more optional, but it'll make your life easier, especially if you want uptime during Queen. You can slot in a few light curtains if you have space. It'll let you...
Instead of a Dispel?
Well, this goes for anyone. Just 1 or 2 light curtains. It's not necessary, but it lets you get uptime.
I take light curtains just in case a healer is down on Queen.
Alright, be sure you check your loadout, have a pure active. Ideally, you would not drop until your party lead gives you the go. Everyone in party beta, you're good to drop.
Alright. Golems is easy mode.
Is there anyone on Golem's side that minds leading? Just setting up the rules and such.
I can lead Golems.
Pure re-raise.
Either or.
Yeah, okay, I think I'm good. Yep, I've got ray razors, I've got my macro set up, I've got my ether kits just in case. Though I'm not running Font of Magic, so shouldn't run out of mana too easily.
And of course this is a TA prog, but we don't want it to turn into a Slimes prog, so if you have questions, please do ask.
For Golems, as per usual, can I have a tank on each Golem? Just stand on it? Or do you need to claim it? Oh fuck, I forgot medkits. Every single time. Okay.
What, for the poison?
Yeah, the poisons. I have antidotes, which make it easier, but... Oh well. Heals adjust.
Oh.
Okay. Looks like we have 4 tanks for our golems. Do our hallway tanks know which golem they're taking?
Slime side, we can do party ready checks.
Dami, do you need a fizz range for interrupt on red golem?
Do we know all the tanks for slimes? I know I called northeast.
It should. Party B is fine. Yeah, looks like we're fine. It's just the standard A on red, B on yellow, and C on blue, light parties.
Okay, gotcha.
Can we have volunteer to tank North Hallway? Does not matter who you are, as long as your healers.
I'm tanking north.
Who's I? Sorry.
Talia.
Okay. Just so I know. It looks like a golem. Okay, so golem side ready checks out.
I hope I don't have my first instance of slime golem prog, or slime golem memes.
Did F say it already?
Water check, bathroom check,
Gear
posture check.
Food check. Golems is ready.
Oh, food, right. Derp.
Okay. We'll do a countdown. Slime side, there is a trap southwest. And Golem side, your traps are north.
Please do not go in front of your perceptors.
Northwest, pick up greens.
Golem, start your DPS odds southwest.
There's two golems
other
and stuff.
golem needs to go to. Oh, never mind. I'll adjust.
Okay, that's the one we're killing. Cool.
Someone
All
please
slime
attune on
traps found.
Thank you.
That needs
Interrupt
There's a red slime in
southwest.
southeast. Oh no, 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 no. There's a red slime in southeast. Please don't, please don't. Oh, thank God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes. Okay, we're good.
This already
Red
sounds
slime.
horrible.
Okay. Weapon white
Yeah.
golem. Tank who is southwest. Please take north hallway.
There we go.
Is now healer free for all.
Red is on me. Oh my God. There's red.
Be mindful southeast with the red slime spawning, please. Watch your ring.
Yeah. I've had to pick them up.
Spelling panic, I'm sorry.
Please heal our green tank. Never mind, they are dead. Why does the tank? Why does the golem have a buff? Okay, DPS on hallways. Ah,
Southwest holding.
Someone activated trap.
golems is 304.
Oh boy.
Southeast holding.
Hello, please take this back.
South side needs some love.
Southwest roll. We can commit our final fusions. Be sure they fuse
DPS
on the
red
pad.
golem. DPS on red golem. If you have a hallway golem tethered on you, please do not bring it into the room.
I see 1, 2, 3.
There.
Northwest, you're...
What is going on with my thing?
everyone out
Slow DPS
northeast.
on red. Slow DPS on red. Kill it now.
everyone out northeast. I think this will work.
It's
Golems
gonna
on
be
hallways,
tight.
remember to stun
It's gonna
or
be
sleep
tight.
or demolish us.
If we get it, we like just get it.
Remember south side also needs some love.
Did they call commit from slimes? I do not
Let's
think
see.
they did.
No, we're good, right? No, we're not.
We have to wait for northwest, but I'm just walking up to see if it times out.
Stun, demolish us, stun, demolish us.
Oh, that's okay. We're wiping.
Never mind, it's a wipe.
Aw.
That was like half a second off.
Everyone gather around the corridor trap.
Oh, good.
There's an explosive in the center, there's an explosive in southwest.
Looks like it's the end. If you re-raise, just let the demolish kill you. Each demolish gives it a thrice pomeroid.
Alright, another round.
You can also just make friends with all the golems, or go into northeast.
If you
trap.
re-raised or are still alive, huddle around the southwest trap. Once you're all there, you can
Okay.
probably.
While Slime Sides is dying, who was my north hallway tank? Can be any DPS, can be a healer, it doesn't matter as long as you just hit the golem at the north. Hallway golems aggro by the first person who hit them. The moment you hit them, they are your friend for life, until you murder. Can have volunteer in alliance chat for a north hallway golem tank.
Alright, slime side, you can up out.
Slime Prog!
It's alright, guys. Shake it off. We got this.
We got this.
Just be mindful of the rooms you're assigned to, watching for reds, and if you are pulling greens for your
That would be
tank,
great, adventurer.
try not to pull more than one green. Or pull it like into your room so it doesn't, you don't pull stray aggro of a random hallway green. I'll queue us back in. Don't forget your peers.
Okay, I need to wait on my re-raiser since the countdown has not started yet.
Do not forget your peers.
I'm actually going to grab a potion kit as well, just in case. Actually, can I take like multiple
Alliance
Do not
B
drop
beta,
until your
you are
party
good to
leader.
drop.
Okay, I can only fit 3 potion kits. Okay.
We'll use same positions as before, aside from Golems, who needs to assign some.
Okay, so I'm tanking north hallway golems now. It's gonna be fun. That's why a potion kit was
Quick question, is Group A's main tank, do I need 2 Aether Shields for the run, or is 1 fine?
That depends. Sorry. How many charges does Aether Shield have? It's like 10,
15.
right?
15.
So,
Okay.
I will say 1 is fine if nothing goes to shit. Because if something goes to shit, you're going to have to replace something with sack. So it's always better to bring 2.
Okay.
If it's just the Aether Shield in the slot for like all of TA and Queen, you'll have enough charges, but it's an issue of if you need to overwrite it.
Right. And all tanks need Dispel, right, for Queen?
I like if all tanks were carrying it. You only need like probably 2 or 3 dispelling at once, maybe even 1.
Just by the way, just so you know, Rotman, the northwest golem goes to southeast room. You let it metamorphose once into white. Northwest, yeah, northwest. So Adventurer will be our north hallway tank. Our south hallway tank was the tank in F. I don't remember who that was. Ready checks out on Golem's side. I'll perception southeast real quick. E ready, F ready, D ready, Golems is ready.
Waiting on 1 and B. Okay, B is ready. Was F ready?
F is ready, Golems.
Alright. Countdown going out. Slime side, you have a trap in the southwest.
Remember, Ray, you are our red interrupter.
Northwest, your greens.
DPS focus on southwest first.
All traps found slimes. Southeast, your greens.
DPS transition to southeast after it turns white.
And southwest, your greens. Beam is now healer free for all. Be mindful when you're pulling so you don't have a random fusion. Just pull 1 at a time.
DPS the hallways, remember south needs love.
Southwest holding.
Golems is 3 or 4.
Southeast is holding.
Okay. Northwest and is northeast holding. Okay, commit your final fusions.
DPS on red. DPS on red. Remember to hold your DPS at 20%.
I see 1, 2, 3, that is 4 committed fusions. You can run out northeast.
DPS, slow DPS, slow DPS. Let it get on the pad and then kill it. Kill it now. 2 hallway golems, remember to stun or sleep all demolished casts.
Hey, congratulations.
There we
I don't
go.
believe there are any dead on slimes.
Looks like golems is all good.
We can hop on up.
Excellent. There we go. On to the
Don't
actual
forget your
fight.
personal chests. Who wants to main tank? Ark's giddy for it, so I'll give it to you. Who wants to be backup? And backup. All right.
Ooh.
I call a Trinity Seeker true north with north, south, east, west calls. If you are not Arc, turn off your tank stance. If you're not a tank, you don't need protect on. If you are a living thing, you need shell on. And food check. Anybody need questions answered about Trinity? I don't know what he's seeking.
Vengeance.
Chaos.
No, he's seeking feet. That's why. That's
The
why
question
that's
I
his
asked
chest.
about the Trinity Seeker was, what is he seeking?
I mean, look at his shoes. Like, imagine getting those shoes tailored.
Healer dots. We can leave healer dots on. If anything gets cold, then we'll stop with it. But we can do it fine for like a test run. I don't think there's anything else. Just food check, re-razor check, and arc.
30 seconds?
Yeah. No, how many scores do we have? Let's set up, and ninjas. Say and shout chat if you're a ninja. I suppose that's 0 ninjas. And scholars. That works for me.
Let me know when everybody's ready.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else then. We have scholars. There are no ninjas, so 30-second countdown. Because there were no BRBs. Yes, please, if you are not Arc, stance off. As you probably know, we'll start off with a raid wide into fourfold. Okay, we have south, south, north, north, south, south, north, north. You can move up, and we'll have seasons. Look away from orb, and get away from flower. Get under the boss's hitbox. Front and back are safe. Hitbox as always. We'll have a shared tank buster in front. And a solo tank buster.
You do not need to reposition the boss.
But the star! He won't be in the star!
We'll have chains coming out.
Poor
Wait
star.
for them to establish, and then resolve the knockback or hide. We'll be getting knocked back. Wait for your chains. Break your chains and get knocked back. Break your chains and get knocked back. We will be starting at A. Starting at A, we will be hiding behind 2. Hide behind 2.
What the heck? How did that work? I keep opening things and I do not mean
Back
to.
on boss. Stack up. Stack up behind Trinity. Stack up behind Trinity. We can stay stacked up to bait some easy to dodges. As the name implies, easy to dodge. And
Blue.
get on stone. Get on stone. On stone. Next sets are going to have Earthshakers coming out. Please be mindful if you get a tether. We are getting on sand. On sand. Earthshakers out. And we're getting on stone. Earthshakers out. Easy to dodge. We're going to be getting boss intercards. Intercards of the boss. Of the boss.
What the fuck keeps happening here?
We'll be having dashes with Mercy centered on the boss. Starting at 1, we will have west, west, east, east. West, west, east, east.
God damn it.
Boss is a little skewed, just be mindful of it. Watch for seasons, look away from orb, get away from flower. Stack up for chains, and break your chains. Raid wide. We're going to have a solo tank buster. Get away from the main tank. And we're going to have donut AoEs. with Mercy. I'm doing boss relative. We have, or no, east, east, west, west is still fine. East, east, west, west, starting on sand. Start on sand, east, east, west, west. Move over and end on stone. End on stone. Get on sand, on sand. Watch for seasons, look away from orb, get away from flower. You're gonna want to stack inside the boss's hitbox. This is the cast we are staying in for. Stay inside the hitbox. We'll be doing mercies on a clone. We will be getting knocked back north. Get knocked back to 2. Get knocked back to 2. We have south, south, north, north. South, south, north, north. Stop DPS for a bit so we can get LB3s off. South, south, north, north. Once you resolve this, healers, you can move to the center and LB3. After you break your chains first. And we can kill. There will be traps ahead, please be mindful.
That's the fastest clear I've had on this guy.
Be mindful of traps, there are 6 between Trinity and Dahu. Party C, if you're in Party C, Cure 4 or Dervish, please stay behind so that you can give some love to our duelist Remy. And also, does Remy have Protect? Nope, Remy will need Protect applied.
I need to pick a different playlist. I think this one's starting to loop. Oh yeah, I've definitely heard this song already.
Okay. Is your Dervish here? Erringer State. You're in C, I think. And Amanda, come back to the duelist area. Okay. Remy, whenever you're ready, just let your lovely...
I got... Okay, perfect. I'm going.
Good luck.
Ready.
Thank you
yeah,
for
I
the
do.
markers. Warren's Feek, since you're our backup tank, you'll provoke off Dahu come the ad phase. Did we have any BRBs? Alright. Arc on your mark, you can pull whenever.
Oh, sorry. Go.
Watch your feet. Don't get gat.
What is with my targeting?
Who will dash twice, do not be in front of him. Looks like a 3. Yep.
I should have saved that.
We'll have line AoEs coming out. Just dodge them. Easy peasy. And we'll have numbers soon. Watch for if you get a number. Flames are out. Numbers go to associated markers. Kill an ad. Watch the right left.
Something is...
And get knocked back into any safe spot you please. Any will do. He's gonna go spin around. Goes 5 times. You can cast in where the second one lands. We have ads coming out. That is 1 set. 2 sets. 3 sets. Provoke. Keep our main tank alive, please. Don't let them die to ads. And DPS, please focus said ads. They are a priority. Back on Dahu. Think about saving Gauge, so you can have some hyper poggers openers on Queen's Guard. Watch for the left-right. Numbers, if you have a number, go to associated markers. Tanks, if you get flares, please don't flare the party and go south. Everyone north except for flares going south. And we can kill Dahu. There are no traps ahead. Do we have any dead? I do not believe so. Congratulate our duelists. Give them a nice high five when you meet up with them.
If you can't make it to the number, like for example you're a weight mage and you're like on the other side, do you just try to find one a line that's not being targeted by someone else? Okay. I just saw someone else run off. I was like, oh, okay.
The reason we do the like corners of the arena is so that as long as on the flare one there is a spot north and a spot south, it's fine.
Oh, okay, I see. Got it.
What's up?
My dot got cold.
Okay. We'll cut it with healer dots then. No, you can dot here because it's split.
But I don't know if that's black mage, like if it's because black mage or if it's because I suck. That's a possibility. So don't.
Unless your dot like timed out, like
it said
it can
26
get...
and then it went poof.
Okay, quick bio break for me.
That
yes,
might
this
just,
is the raid that gets the Cerberus
limited
mount.
amount can be displayed, I think, at once on the boss.
I will be right back.
There's a debuff limit. Anything past that, it's just gone.
But the debuff limit on the boss is more than the amount that's visible on the like bar. So, oh, can you like extend the size to see the world? Nice.
If you have to split in your UI options the debuffs from
to the 3 different kinds.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have my 3 split. So.
Okay. If you need to BRB, do it now. Water, bio, what have you. I'll see from the tanks that we have here, try and get some assignments out. Kozakura has South 1 and Warrior Gunner.
I have Night Soldier.
Any other volunteers? Night Soldier, alright. We have North 1, North 2. South 1, South 2. I need East-West turret covered. Kozakura, I'll give you the circle marker.
Okay, there we go.
Alright, we have all tank assignments. If you need a reminder in chat, what is it? QG, right? Nice. And then I'll put QG
you definitely probably
reflect.
should do it at some point. It's a lot of fun, just in general, even if
This
it's not
is the
for the
part of
mount.
the fight that if you're someone who's not a healer and you have some light curtains, if you see an orb that didn't get reflected the first time around, you can adjust and make it so the entire raid doesn't get a damage down debuff. You're not required to do this, and someone might not even see it, but it's very much appreciated. This is just in case any of the healers die, don't say something in yell chat, or they just miss it.
Can
With
I get
that
a
in
quick
mind...
reminder? Sorry. Can I get a quick reminder on bombs?
Sure. So there's the shield sword omen that the knight will do. That determines how the orb interacts. Sword omen, you'll deal with your bombs on the edge of the arena. Shield omen, you want to do the knockback at an acute angle into the bomb you need. You just need to see if you get a tether or not. You can kind of ignore if the bombs themselves get a tether, that's my job. And I'll just call out tethers to large, others to small, or tethers to small, others to large.
Thank you.
Yep. Get knocked back towards where the knight is charging from, but do not be in between. Alia, it's called a cheat sheet. I can do it sometimes, but I ain't risking that. Something I need a soundboard with a frog sound. Just for phase 2. Yes, all tank assignments should be covered. We can get some ready checks out. Oh my god, excuse me.
Rude.
Okay, this is the one I'm still... I'm still a little bit iffy on this one.
That was a very important call out. Not the excuse me, just the burp.
It's the good luck burp.
Exactly.
I have a special request for Party A.
Okay.
Healers in Party A, can you treat Luna Midori as a special boy?
Macro still being fickle?
And it's only Black Mage.
Huh. Luna's request is just to kind of adjust so that just apply whatever's the opposite, because Luna cannot like click the debuff off with a macro.
It is so stupid because it works on white, it works on every other class.
Hmm.
And it's the same macro.
We have BC DE Ray.
My grandfather brought me cookie dough.
Can I have cookie dough? Wait, are you gonna eat it raw? Ew, cook it.
Salmonella.
Salmonella. Let's go.
Listen, it's worth the salmonella. And
right. Something I should probably say. Ark and Kozakura, I'll leave it to your judgment of how much you need to spam your ranged attack, but if you're not sure, spam it more often so that aggro doesn't get ripped from you. Many thanks.
Only use ranged attacks. Got it.
I want cookie dough ice cream now. Just thinking about it.
Salmonella Prog.
They did give tanks a ranged combo, it's called Paladin. They get 14 different sky swords. F is ready.
Hold on.
Arizona green tea. What a choice.
Paladins get Demacia, warriors get a slam.
If you need Lost Shell reapplied, this means it is less than 15 minutes. Step over to the right. This is your food check reminder.
Are tanks keeping Protect on or no?
They don't need it reapplied here, but it doesn't hurt.
Okay, I
Like-
just didn't want to get buff kept, that's all.
Food check, re-razor check if you died. And a tank stance check if you are not Arc or Kozakura, don't have it on. I'll do a 30-second countdown. You can start applying your Steel Sting and Spell Forges throughout this. And please try to keep them in the center for this first baby phase.
Stats? Raid wides are out.
We have the second double raid wide coming, and they'll be leaving very, very shortly. As you know, warrior on side, knight in center. You want to apply Spellforge, do not have Steel Sting. Apply Spellforge, turn off Steel Sting.
What is going on with... I wonder if it's
Bombs
because
are
I have a
coming
little
out.
bit of
We will be
haste
getting
now.
knocked back from our bombs. Tethers are going to large, others to small. Tethers to large, others to small. Get knocked back at an acute angle. Tethers to large, others to small. If you had a tether, you'll have a bomb above your head, so walk into one that exploded. Back on bosses. Dispel on warrior. Double raid wide.
Oh, Lord, I did a misclick while I was doing a heal, and you might want to fix your buff.
Oh, thank you. Filler cast. Others will be going to green.
Okay.
Others to purple. Tethers to green. Others to purple. You want to walk in towards the center, and we will be staying in towards the northeastern side. In northeast. Back on bosses. Dispel on warrior. Tank busters. Same one, turn off Steel Sting, apply Spellforge. Double, or filler cast. We'll be on the edge of the arena. Will we have to deal with this? Yes. Tethers to large, others to small. Tethers to large, others to small on the edge of the arena. No, we won't. Okay. Oh, alright. Gunner in center, soldier on side. That was very interesting.
You're doing this too quickly.
I'll have to deal with some frogs. Safe spot will be on 3. 3 is safe. 3 is safe. You'll want to face your safe spot towards the gunner and center. And towards a turret on side. Back on bosses.
I'm still really bad at that. I need to
Busters.
trust the caller more. I want to learn how to do it myself.
Raid wide. We have a bit, but turret tanks you can think about turning on your stance soon. Turrets are coming out. Turret tanks pick them up, and immunity to cast, and DPS are killing said turrets. Double raid wide. And back on bosses. We'll have clones next. Or, no, we have ice fire next, don't we? Yep. Keep moving. Or stop moving. Sheath your weapon, stop moving. Sheath your weapon, stop moving. Wait until the debuff falls off, you can go back at it.
Soldier needs a little bit more low.
Filler cast. Beat them up before I have to deal with clones. And kill gunner. Very cool. ABC north, DEF south, north 1, south 1 tanks, have your stance on. Pick up your orbs, kill the orbs, and healer reflect spots. Respect coat of arms, respect coat of arms, back on bosses. Orb spots. After these orbs, healers, if you have any dead, you can LB3 in the center, respect coat of arms.
Did not get to it fast enough.
And just the last one. Very nice.
GG.
There are no traps. You can run ahead and thank Remy for your extra. Thank Remy for giving you hands.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Is that because of the one duel, or?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Rami.
No problem. I forgot my.
There he does.
Is that the only way to get hands, just by winning the duel, or?
So Queen drops a random full piece augment that you can get.
Gotcha.
Queen has only given me hands and I hate it.
I know, I have 5 hands.
She just wants to give you a hand in gearing up.
Can you sell those hands?
You cannot sell any of the DRS drops. Does anyone have Bajja or Phantom markers? Or do I have to?
Okay, so the weirdest
to
thing
say
I
that
ever
last time I was
saw back there on the orbs is when I reflect, somebody else reflect the same orb and it got me killed. That was interesting.
Does that happen?
Are you sure you're reflected?
Yeah, I
That
did
is not
reflect it. I did reflect it. I clicked on it, and somebody got it faster towards me, and I got killed in the process.
Kill you.
Because Queen has a similar thing where people need to reflect. if you have the entire raid just stack Reflect and stand there, it kills the orb and that's it. I feel like in your case it must have been the Reflect not coming out fast enough. But I'm unsure about that. Phantom. I think everyone here is TA Prog, so you know the whole go to the safe spot. That's essentially it. There's the add phase, heal the white ones, kill the red ones, and then you have to interrupt after. Vale Kenson, do you have Banish? If you do, you slot it now, you use it. If you don't, we see ice spikes.
I got to see ice spikes the last time I was here because the person who forgot to banish.
Were there any BRBs? I don't think so. Many thanks. No, we're just gonna have to just uptime through the ice spikes, you know? Does anyone know, like, I know it's don't hit during ice spikes, but does it just outright kill you or does it just hurt?
No, what it does is it gives you a slow debuff.
Oh,
That essentially increases your GCD by 1/3.
Oh, so it's just the blue mage
It is
spell.
literally blue mage. Yep. Spikes.
Yeah.
I thought it was something like you get hurt if you do it. Alright.
For reference, someone's Gnashing Fang went up to 38-second GCD.
Okay, that's holy. Alright.
I'd rather be dead at that point.
When they make Blue Mage 80, they should make it so you can get ice spikes off Phantom.
Yeah, sadly won't come in here. Because they
No,
don't want Blue Mages to have
48
that much fun.
Blue Mage. That would be...
DRS Blue Mage would be amazing.
Oh yeah.
Wait, isn't this separately queuable? You don't have to enter the area, right? So...
Yeah, but...
I mean, I'm not
we wouldn't
sure
get lost
how it would
actions
go.
because Blue Mage is not on any of the lost actions, so you'd have none of those.
Well, I mean, they could add Blue Mage to those actions.
Honestly, they should.
Like if you're mimicked to something, ethereal mimicked, you should be able to use those lost actions.
Imagine you had like TA swords during as a Blue Mage.
So
Either
good.
way, let's get proper ready checks.
I doubt it, because Blue Mage can't go in Eureka.
That's
But
a
you don't have to
shame.
queue. You can't queue separately into something in Eureka. You have to go into Eureka. This is queuing outside of Baja.
A, D, E, F, B are ready, is C ready? Tank stance check, only Arc should have tank stance on. Once C is okay, C is ready. You can give us like a 15-ish second countdown. Just follow the safe spots. And burn it, because I don't want to deal with knockback.
Just don't forget banish.
Do I go again?
One day I'm gonna make tanks. This is a raid wide, but you can ignore it. I'm gonna make tanks slot Aether Shield for that raid wides one day. Just for the sake of it. We are going to D to D. You know this circle mechanic, just follow it down. Follow it down until you reach the bottom. That's 2, 3, and we can move to 3. We'll chill here for a second. And we are staying here. We are staying here. We'll stay here. After 3 pulses, we'll move to 4. 1, 2, 3 to 4. We'll wait for another 3 pulses, and then move over to 3. And you can move over, and we'll have add phase. As I said before, and you probably know, DPS the reds, heal up the whites. Wave 2. And the final wave. Once these are all dealt with, Fizz ranged or tanks, be ready to interrupt the Phantom in center and save your gauge, because he'll die very swiftly. Interrupt and Schmurder. We are not dealing with any ice spikes today. Don't forget your chest, and I don't know which one we'd go to for that.
Traps. Watch out for traps.
That one depended if it was there are traps ahead. Don't get. I couldn't tell that one early unless there was the knockback one spawned. Watch for traps.
This is going real smooth so far, for the most part.
Be very mindful of the traps ahead here, because if we don't have a mini trap and we do clear TA, we ain't clearing Queen.
Nothing with the damage
ever.
for TA.
If we try really hard, maybe?
Based on... Because I haven't done BA, but I'm aware of the absolute virtue, right? That you need to do a fade or whatever for. There was a video where people tried to kill absolute virtue without doing the fate. And it had all the buffs it's supposed to be impossible to kill. They got it to 0.1% because it's literally coded so that it cannot die with, like, the buffs up.
So dumb.
Queen is probably the same. Honestly, they should let them kill them if they really pump that hard.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe not Queen, because my god, you could mimic Chain and still kill Queen before Enrage, probably.
Should I go ahead and pre-slot a new Cure
Prog.
4?
Some of you have already sat through these. Many of you were in Arya's run before this and sat through it. I'm still gonna go over the basics anyway. So don't forget to move around, HUD layout, Black Mage or Dragoon macro if you need to. So, there are 3 weapons that Trinity goes through. Sword, staff, and bow. She'll go through all of these, not including the beginning, twice, in a Phase 1 and Phase 2. Like in normal, you have hot-cold mechanics that you need to neutral out by the end of the mechanic or you die. New debuffs include a forced march. If you are unfamiliar with how this mechanic works, you will get a debuff. It will designate a direction, either forward, backward, left, or right. When that debuff resolves, relative to the direction your character is facing at that time, you will move in that direction. So if you have a left march debuff and you're facing north, you will move west at the end. So you'll have to position yourself to march where you need to go. The other debuff you can get is an elemental brand. You can consider this a delayed ice fire cast. You want to make it so that at the end of the mechanic, your temperature and your elemental brand cancel out and neutral. So if you have an Ice 1 brand, at the end of the mechanic, you want to have Fire 1 so they go to 0. If it's easier for you, some people consider their temperatures and their brands as positive and negative numbers. Positives 1s and 2s for fire 1 and 2, negative 1 and 2s for the ice. Now going into the specific phases. Staff phase, you will get your hot cold, you'll get a forced march, and the meteors will spawn in the corner of the arena. You will have to forced march yourself, so you go to the meteor you need to resolve the ice fire. That's it. Sword 1, you get your ice fire, and swords is very different than normal. Those 4 markers that we have as numbers in the center of the arena are the 4 possible safe spots there can be, because there are 4 clones, all of which are going to be cleaving a direction of the arena. They will all be different types of elements, so there will be a Fire 1 and Fire 2 clone, Ice 1 and Ice 2 clone. Wherever the safe spot may be, the cardinal directions from said safe spot get cleaved by a sword once. All 4 cardinals of the safe spot will cover all 4 different elements so that you can resolve your mechanic as needed. If you are anywhere during sword phase that is not the safe spot or one of the cardinals of said safe spot, you'll get cleaved more than once and instantly die. Bow phase 2, you'll get a forced march, and like in normal, she will on the eastern or western side of the arena summon a lava wall. You will need to force march yourself away from the lava wall into the safe spot so that you can do bow as normal. After which the lava wall will come down, you'll get your hot cold, and then the arrow and pipe game will come out. In chat there is the pipe game diagram. It is different from normal, and if you like pattern recognition more, you can learn the normal or inverted patterns, or you can trace down the pipe game for which arrow you need. There is no indicator, like in normal, that shows you where the arrows are going to go prematurely. You need to do it yourself. Then there are the Phase 2 mechanics. The brand I brought up before only comes up in the Phase 2 of each weapon. Staff, Phase 2, you'll get your hot cold, and you'll get your elemental brand. You will not be getting a forced march, so you need to walk yourself to the meteor that you need. During this, clones, like in normal, will spawn on the northern and eastern side of the arena. They will put out a line AoE covering the entire row or column they are aligned with. Each meteor in the corners of the arena has one of the 4 spots in it that is safe from the clones. I will try to call it out if it's something like inner intercard or outer intercard. Like, this would be inner, this would be outer. But if it is the other 2 squares, I can't really help you. So, if you find the safe spot that doesn't get hit by any clones, jump up and down so that other people know where is safe. Also, during either meteor phase, do not touch Healer LB3, do not touch Lost Arise. Because the meteors cover the entirety of the arena, someone who gets raised will get a temperature from one of the meteors, and they will die because they didn't get one to start off with. Sword Phase 2 is the same as Phase 1 with the go to the safe spot and go to cardinals of it, except in addition to your hot cold, you have an elemental brand. In Sword Phase specifically, it is possible for you to get an ice or fire of 3 or 4 in either direction. So you could have a Fire 1 and an elemental brand of 2. If this is the case of them going 3 or 4 in either direction, you will need to get cleaved twice. One time each. Do not try to stand at an intercard and cheat the system. You will have to get cleaved by the sword you need twice. So if you have Fire 1, Fire 2, so 3 total, you will need to get cleaved by an Ice 1, and then in the next set get cleaved by an Ice 2. It doesn't matter the order you do it, but you'll need to get cleaved twice. In addition to this, and this is the same as a bow phase, which I'll go over, your Ice Fire and your Elemental Brand can just cancel each other out straight up. So you could have a Fire 1 and an Ice 2 brand. In this case, either on swords or bow, stand in the safe spot for swords twice, and on bow phase, stand in the spot that does not get hit by an arrow. There are 5 arrow spawn locations, 4 of which are covered by arrows. 1 is empty. Follow the empty one down as if it was an arrow. Going into bow phase 2, this is where you get the garbage dump of debuffs. Clones will spawn in the northern or eastern side. You will need to not get hit by these clone AoEs. And then a lava wall will spawn on the eastern or western side. If, let's say, A and B, this would be cardinals of the center, are safe from the clones, right? If you're on A, safe from the clones, and the firewall spawns at B, you will be farther from the firewall than someone at C. You may want to use a gap closer or sprint so that you can make it in time. Otherwise it might be a little tight. That's just a recommendation. Once you get to the safe area away from the lava wall, you will get your hot cold debuff, you will get an element, then you will get a forced march. The pipe game will start, and you will have to forced march yourself to the safe or to the arrow or empty spot that you need to get hit.
All the explanation makes me just.
And then it'll all resolve, and you'll be happy.
It hurts my brain. I already know
for
what
Aether
mechanics to
Shields,
expect.
Every tank, I want you to have it equipped. The raid wides are gonna hurt. You will be Aether Shielding every raid wide. In terms of keeping Aether Shield or not, if you have an extra Aether Shield in your holster, I mean, it's not even worth it to overwrite it for Sytg unless you're doing utility. You need Aether Shield for TA and Queen. If you're swapping over Aether Shield for something like a Percept or a Dispel, that's fine, if you have a backup Aether Shield to use on Queen. I already went over Aether Shields, every raid wide. Any questions about stuffs? Two squares. You will be forced marched 2 squares over. So if you are at C, going to the right, you'll go to B. Thank you.
Oh, I forgot. If you have lost impetus, this is when you slot it.
Right.
Well, Loda,
yes.
you have to one day let me bring Lost Swift.
I mean, you
Make
just have fewer
an
scholars in the
undersized.
expansion.
I don't think they'll have that because this is synced to 80, and I think that's a 90 still.
Right.
One day I'll do I'll put a solo tank party or something, and I'll make them impetus.
Oh, no. I will Lost Swift next pull.
The only change they have to make is Force March is no longer affected by sprint type abilities. That's all they have to do.
Well, out of next
Yeah, it
Wednesday,
makes it
I'm
fun.
bringing Lost Impetus now.
Makes it fun.
Bring Swift, so you're not griefing. Are there questions about TA mechanics or anything that I may or may not have gone over?
For those,
I believe you cut out.
I'm gonna
whoever that
go
was.
ahead and overwrite this. I have
that was me. I didn't hit the mute
plenty.
button fast enough. I was explaining to my stream what Lost Impetus
Okay.
to Lost Swift.
Something I didn't go over. Tank busters. They're all gonna be shared. If there's a tank buster, just every tank go stack. It'll hit 3 of you. You'll be fine. For the first tank buster, Remy, you are stacking up north as the duelist. You won't die, but it's just a safety precaution. We can do party ready
Should I
checks.
get protect for it, or does it really matter?
I mean,
You'll live through a tank buster regardless with the dual buff.
Yeah,
But if you're
it
like
won't-
a samurai or whatever, you can pop a self midi if you're scared.
Yeah, I'll use third eye for damage. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
so
also it's free third eye procs to stand with the tanks every time there's a buster.
If free damage, don't have to twist my rubber arm.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Because you have your double HP, it won't kill you, and it's just in case you go Omega Gamer mode, accidentally pull aggro, and then kill 2 people south.
That's the plan.
I got close to doing it.
A, B, C, D, and F already waiting on 2. Okay. This is your food check. This is your lost shell check. In addition to Aether Shield, shell helps you. If you, or anyone in your party, have less than 15 minutes on your lost shell, either reapply it or step over to the right. Queensguard depends on what the duelist is doing. If they're like hard pumping on one of them, or if they're going back and forth.
Yeah, I split it about 50-50 even. Or tried to.
I will say this. If for any reason you are a green Templar, do not at all spam holy at the start of Queensguard.
You will. Queens, you will pull off all the
off
Queens
of
cards.
every tank easily.
If you, it's not holy. It's the Assize actually. If you're Assize crits.
Yeah, I've done that a few times on normal. Just it
They
hurts.
looked at me funny and they went, "Oh, there's a healer sitting here doing us."
All
I did
right.
cast Asai, and I got punched in the face.
We'll be pulling soon. This is your final food or re-raiser check. Like Flare Star Duelist, Alia? Or just normal? Arc on your 30-second countdown. Okay, that makes sense. I know Asta in one run I was in had me be his mimic target, and I brought him excellence and stuff, so he did Omega Pump opener with Flare Star Duel. That was a time.
Let's see how I do.
Remember, tanks every single raid wide, you are Aether Shielding. I don't care if you trust your off tank, I want both of you using it. Unless you're a solo party. Tank Buster up front. Aether Shield Mitigate. This is a raid wide. We will be getting in front. Get north in front. We will then be getting behind to the south. And afterwards we will be getting out. You can pre-position away, melee have until the flash of light. We are starting with meteors. You will be getting your hot cold debuff.
Okay, I need -2. I need -2.
You will be getting your forced march. You have to forced march yourself towards the meteor that you need. Do not greed GCDs, you will change the way you're facing and get yourself killed. Forced march yourself, healers can apply regens. Back on Trinity. Raid Wide Aether Shield mitigate. Please face Trinity towards the party. Get to the 2 marker, We want to be in front of Trinity. We will have swords. You will be getting a hot cold.
I need -2.
And boss will be going untargetable soon.
Got my burst elf, thankfully.
Save spot will be on 3. 3 is safe. 3 is safe. Enter cards of the safe square will kill you. Next safe spot will be on 4. 4 is safe. Or no, one is safe. One is safe. One is safe. My apologies.
Tank dead. He's back.
Raid Wide Aether Shield mitigate. We're going to be south. Get south.
Okay, so now it's going to be forced march into safe
You'll
column.
be getting a forced march. You will have to forced march yourself away from the lava wall spawn. Shared tank buster. Forced march yourself from the center away from the lava wall. Go towards D, Delta, to the west, towards Delta.
Holy moly.
You'll be getting your hot cold.
I need +2.
And arrows are coming out. We have an inverted pattern. Find the arrow you need and stand in the spot it goes to.
I think I'm right here. It's okay.
We'll have a raid wide soon. Stack up with your party. Aether Shield mitigate. And we will have Meteor phase. We will be getting away from Trinity. Melee have until the Flash of Light. Trinity will be applying Hot Cold, and then an Elemental Brand.
-1. I need -2.
Meteors will be coming out soon. Into the center. You will be walking yourself to the meteor you need. And stand in a spot that does not get hit by clones. Inner intercards are safe. Back on boss. We'll have a raid wide, Aether Shield mitigate. Both healers are dead in B. I am marking them with chains. We are going to be getting in front of Trinity, in front of Trinity, in front of Trinity.
Main tank has no healers.
You will be getting a hot cold, followed by an elemental brand. It is possible for you to need to get slashed twice.
I need a +2 and then a +1.
Boss is going untargetable soon. Save spot is on 3. 3 is safe. 3 is safe.
And now I need a
Next save
+1.
spot is on 1. 1 is safe. 1 is safe. If you have both healers dead in your party, use the chain markers. If you have any dead in your party, you can go to the center and healer LB3.
Duelist is tank. Thank you.
Aether Shield mitigate right wide. Get behind Trinity, get south to behind Trinity. You will be dealing with the clone AoEs first. They are coming out. Cardinals of the safe square, or center, and go towards beta. Run towards beta. You will be getting your hot cold debuff. You will be getting an elemental brand. It is possible these cancel out.
They cancel. Okay, they cancel.
You will be getting a quick march, or forced march. You will need to forced march yourself to the square the arrow you need lands. Forced march yourself to the square the arrow you need lands. Forced march is resolving soon. We'll have a raid wide. If you have any dead in your party, please use healer LB3 if you Aether Shield mitigate. Thank you. Main tank, face it north-ish. It's a shared tank buster. Again, if you have healer LB3 and there are any dead, use it now. I welcome you to the Queen Prog, or Sytg Prog, rather, because we'll see where that goes.
Yes!
Dead, please raise them.
Holy
if
moly.
you'd like to be small, run to the entrance of the arena. We have quite a few dead, so if we can get a rises on them.
What do small people do? I want to be small.
So, if you take the portal after the chest on Trinity, there's a little cage. Or, like, grate. After that is a staircase that goes to Sytg. To go through that, you need to be mini. And then it will open up the door.
I'll just follow
and
you.
everyone else.
Just for anyone not reading chat, healers, please do not arise the same target, as we really badly need those defenses. We have a lot dead.
So you don't have to become small to get to Sytg.
You need at least one small. Everyone else after that, it's just for funsies. How many more do we have? 3?
Well, may as well experience it.
It's really cute. Just gonna say that. It's really cute. You look like an ant. It's fun.
And in mind with that great thing, only the first person who gets to it gets to go through and open the door. Everyone else is still small, but... Alright, I'll give another 10-ish seconds for those who want to be small to come over to the entrance.
See one person as a dragoon running toward us.
Yep. I see
Oh,
a
Fricks.
few more.
What do you think of my glam? Isn't it great?
Alright, this will be fun. I get to call Sytg and potentially Queen.
Huh. So, funny story. Queen's
Alright,
not
gather
here.
around. You
She
need
doesn't
to go.
spawn until you go in the arena.
Please do
Do
not go into
not
the
go
arena.
into the
I'm
arena.
not gonna go into the arena. I was just gonna see if I could see
Gather
for
around the
debuffs.
trap. Gather around. You need to be close if you want to be mini. I'll give you 3, 2, 1.
Whee!
And now it's a race.
I was just
That
curious if you could see
dancers
this.
usually win.
Black mages win if they have a target.
Quick, Wibble, where are you? I need Peloton. No! No! Right, dancers are cheating.
This is where I would like to have
Every
Lost
time.
Swift.
After the portal, there is traps. Please do not walk into the room. There is a trap right at the door.
There are many traps between TA and Sytg, one of which is on the bridge, going to the arena. Let Perceptors go first. Please.
That was fun.
We just used a lot of arises, we don't want to use more.
Oh boy.
I said there is a trap right there. And there.
There's what? Always 3 in this room and then 1 on the
There's
bridge?
2 in that room and 1 on bridge.
Okay.
There's your bridge.
Yep. Bridge Prog.
Aw, I think I might have forgotten my
wait,
chest.
Do I have... Are these Sytg markers? I think they are. Yeah. What?
Wait, Stitch has markers?
I don't know, I just copied it in case.
Are you gonna give full explanation? Because I don't actually, I've never done this on
Most
yet.
people are TA Prog, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
So, first things first. Tanks, you have kind of important stuff to do here.
I can't remember if I got it or
On the
not.
cardinals of this one marker, I need
Okay, I did
4
get it.
tanks that have perception slotted or available to slot. Just stand on the cardinals. On the outside, please.
I have a video, Willota, for main tanks on this.
Please. Alright. 4 more tanks that are Kozakura, Dami, Mujek, and Ark. Are any of you in the same party?
No.
Okay. The off tanks, if you are in a party with Ark, Kozakura, Dami, or Mujak, please stand next to them. You are going to be the backup tank for them.
Okay, question though. I know Dami and Kozakura has done Stitch, I think? Has Ark and Mujak done it? Because we want to vet with every new person, really.
So I did it
That's right.
once, and I screwed up on my home gang and died, but that was just my own error, and I have fixed it, so.
That was Ark, was it?
No, no.
That was Mujak.
That was Mujak.
Okay. Does World know what they're doing? Oh, Dami hasn't tanked before either. How many vets do we have that know what they're doing at Stitch?
I'll look at the cleared tanks we have.
I've only seen it once, so I'm not super veteran, but I kind of know what's going on.
I have some sense of what's going on, so I should be able to pick up if Mujak goes down.
None of the... Is Arilaya? Oh no, Arilaya's not here. None of those that I have in signups are a tank who has cleared.
Okay, so we're going raw.
I mean, hey, we're TA Prog. We got this.
Feels better anyways.
Do we have someone who can dispel that's not a tank?
Yes. Anybody who is not one of the people around said marker, if you're a tank with Dispel, please go to the 2 marker. I'll put 2 of them in the center. Alright. Thalia and Shuma, you'll have Dispel slotted, and you're going to be in the center circle. What you're gonna do, there will be... they're called Earth Orbs, right? Or
Yes.
Orb of Earth. You will dispel those to get rid of the buff they have on them, and then you can use pretty much anything to just tap it and kill it. So ranged and midi will be fine. Healers. I'm just gonna put all of you in the center. If you're a healer, you'll be in the center circle. If there is a fire orb, you are light curtaining or reflecting and standing next to it. Don't stand next to it if you're not reflecting, because you'll die. Yeah, it's fine. You have the easiest job. Ish. We'll be fine. Probably.
Also, if you're taking a Minotaur, save your provoke. You might need it later.
So, who's a tank that is not assigned yet?
Dammy's off tank.
Coco, are you here? Coco, you're gonna be Dammy's backup. So stand next to him.
Trust me, south is the easiest. South stage dies first.
So, Ark, Kozakura, Mujak, and Dammy should have perception slotted. You will be picking up your tank ad, keeping aggro. You'll essentially spam your ranged enmity with tank stance on. And you're all going to the cardinals designated by this marker. Dammy south, Kozakura west, Ark north, and Mujak east. You'll then be rotating clockwise around the arena. Go at a... The pace can essentially be keep the ad you have inside the purple. If you go too far away from the ad, you're gonna start running out of it. Just stay... or no. Stay just around the range of your ranged enmity attack. And keep within range of that. That's a good distance, and just keep pace with your ad. So, what you're doing, you're picking up your ad and you're keeping aggro. The DPS are killing it down, and in this beginning of the ad phase, traps will spawn all around the outside arena. The cardinal spots will be completely safe, and there's one trap in any of like the intercard arc between them. You, with perception, are going to percept until you find your trap. You are going to immunity your trap, and it's gone. That's all you have to do with perception. You can essentially get rid of it after. Are there even traps after Sytg?
No, there are not.
Okay. So
okay, can I quick ask again? I think I missed the first like few sentences there. What am I supposed to do?
You are picking up the ad that spawns.
Okay.
What are they called? Minotaur something?
Yeah, Minotaurs. Minotaur.
Yep, Minotaurs.
You are picking up the one at north, and
Okay.
you will be rotating it clockwise.
Clockwise, gotcha.
A good way to go about it is keep pace with the ad, but stay a distance about your ranged enemy attack.
I don't want to get hit by it. I just want to pick it up and run.
Yes, any auto attack, this goes for anybody, so if an ad goes loose, an auto attack applies a ruin stack.
Oh, fuck.
And these are twice come ruin. So 2
Yes,
hits
I
you're
believe it's here and Queen are twice now, right?
dead. Queen is still 3.
Why is it just twice here?
I don't know.
That's...
I had read that
Yeah, I
Queen
guess.
was also
They just don't
twice.
get autoed forehead. It's an easy mechanic.
I guess.
Because they forgot to code that in.
Alright.
I'll trash it twice instead of thrice. Okay.
Real talk, it's probably because the thrice, like, in most cases in DR, it's because thrice can last the whole fight. And in this case,
Yeah.
since it's shorter fight and, like, it just in general, literally, your only job is to not get autoed. Usually the Minotaur ads just kill you with 1 hit in normal content.
I'm going to explain the other stuff in the fight. If I'll reiterate, Kozakura, Ark, Mujak, and Dammy are picking up the ads. The other 4 is if any of these people die. So if Ark dies, Ayame, you are provoking and you are the new Minotaur tank. If Kozakura dies, Alia's the new Minotaur tank. You are just the backup, because if any of them get too close to each other, they will move fast as fuck, and they will become an issue. And I would ask, if you are either the main or backup tank, while I'm explaining the rest of this, check out the video that is Arya's point of view, doing this exact thing as a Dark Knight. It can give you a better idea of.
Iron Bars also has put a video in DRS resources. You can also watch that.
And the other thing in chat is a mechanic I'll explain very shortly. So,
okay, so after I'm cycling the Minotaurs, when do I do the perception for the traps?
It'll happen.
Right in there. Oh, I see now. I'm watching the video. Okay,
yeah, it happens essentially right after, and that is the only time traps come out.
Okay, and then I just pop my thing, go inside, blah blah blah, and we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, essentially, aside from this ad phase, Sytg is more of a pushover than Dahu, in my opinion, but the ad phase can be very punishing, which is why this can be a pain. It is a trash fight, there is no limit break 3, there is no enrage, just take your time. So, in the beginning, there will be a tank buster, and then there will be a knockback into what's called wax. These wax are just conal AoEs that come from Sytg. There's a lot of time to adjust to it, but don't be far away from him or else it's going to be a pain. 3 wax will come out, and then he will do a proximity AoE around himself, so you want to get away from him. And then there will be lightning bolts, but I don't think we'll see that. When he gets to about 70% HP, that's when the ad phase starts. Everybody that is not, pretty much, we have our tanks. Every DPS is going to the outer side of the arena. So if you see when this part of the arena changes from blue to this light circle, it'll become more apparent when it comes out, but these are the inner and outer circles. Every DPS is going into this outer circle. No exceptions.
Okie dokie.
Healers, I want all of you on the inner circle. This is where the fire and earth orbs will spawn. The fire orbs are your job as a healer to reflect. Alia, do you know if the fire orbs need to be reflected once or twice? Is it just...
Just once.
Alright.
You'll have like multiple healers there, so it'll be fine.
Yeah. The 2 dispel tanks that I assigned, you will also be on the inner circle, but you're the only tanks there. You'll just be dispelling earth orbs that come out and tapping it with what, like, give it a punt and it'll die, honestly.
They have 1 HP.
You could spit on it. As I said, DPS, you are in the outer circle. The tanks will be rotating the ads around. Something that Arya does is DPS rotating counterclockwise and tanks clockwise. I'm not going to be very specific here because a lot of us are progging this fight, so focus on mechanics. Your jobs are just kill the Minotaur ads and not die to mechanics. So if you want, run to the closest Minotaur ad and kill it. The important things is there are actual mechanics aside from these ads. There is a debuff that gets applied from Fateful Words. This debuff will give you, in the chat, Sacrifice's Fate or Wanderer's Fate. I just think of it as spaghetti or getting gat. One of which will pull you towards Sytg in the center, one of which will knock you back away from Sytg in the center. It'll become more apparent when we get into the fight and we see the orbs, but you will
Wanderers
have to
is
get
the
into little
knockback,
nooks around the
because
circles
Wanderers
to
go
either
further
get
away.
knocked or pulled in or knocked back. If you're not in these nooks, you will be pulled or knocked back into a kill plane and die, because that's what they do. There's lightning that comes out. It'll have a what is it? It'll tell you when it's coming out. To dodge this is just also be in a nook, because it only touches the center of the circles. You'll get debuffs, there will be lightning, and there will be random AoEs that get placed around the circles. You can just dodge them as they come out. The important things, especially tanks if you have an ad, focus on your knockback and pulling debuffs. Because obviously if you get killed from that mechanic, now your ad is loose unless your backup tank reacts fast enough.
Does everyone get the same debuff, or does everyone get different?
No. It is, you need to see what debuff you get.
Okay.
After the ad phase, it's essentially trash. There will be raid-wides, there's going to be what's called bolts. People will be marked with little purple AoEs above their head. You'll need to run away and out because it'll place a repeating AoE wherever you place it. So if you place it on top of 20 people, you're gonna hurt a lot of people. I'll tell you bolts out, so that'll be that. There's also a proximity attack. The damage comes out delayed in a wave type matter, so if you see it disappear and then run in immediately, you might take more damage than you think.
I've had a great
But as
3
I said,
tinctures
I think that
slotted
Sytg is
for
very
forever here.
easier than Dahu aside from the ad phase, which is...
Meaning I was using grade 3 tinctures in
Are there questions? Or anything
I
that
think
I
that's
have missed?
fine in Uwu, to be completely honest. Oh well, whatever.
Ad tanks, have you had a chance to look over your little video, understand what you're doing? For the most part. I did it for the first time and died immediately. Something I'll tell you, because this is what killed me. Very soon after you deal with your traps, you will get that knockback or get pulled debuff. Obviously, you don't want to stand in a nook that is right next to your ad and get whacked twice and die. So, be mindful of the distance and get to a nook, because that first debuff you get resolved nearly immediately.
Also, something I'd like to add for warriors, make sure that you're not targeting the boss when you go to home gang, because you're going to have a bad time.
Yes.
Home gang is useless against Doom.
Well, it's for the trap if you go into an explosive trap.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Oh.
Yeah, but the home gang will chain to the target so when a target's selected. So you need to either detarget or make a macro, or else you're going to do what I did and panic.
Do we have... Yes, Dami's in Dark Knight. Okay. Dami, do you have resistance elixirs, or is your healer helping you out? Alright. Dami's White Mage, when he does tank his trap, be mindful that he doesn't get living deaded. In chat, there's the icons for the push and pull mechanic. I personally like looking at the icons more, but to each their own. Yes. First time, it's very soon after. Second time, there's, I think, a lightning effect and some AoEs.
Yeah, so it essentially after the first one, it's always going to be words, rending, AoEs, and then resolve your debuff, and then repeat.
This is your call to target Sytg and use your focus target button so that because in the ad phase it can be easier with focus target to see when he is casting Fateful Words, when it's going to resolve. Alright, any questions?
This is just like Tahu, right? Super easy. We got this.
Yeah, super easy.
All
Alright,
relies
we'll
on the
do
tank.
ready checks to see everyone that is here. Arc, you will continue to be our main tank for this, and you'll just keep your tank stance on for when the ads come out.
Perfect.
Oof.
If you are one of the ad tanks, don't forget to turn on your tank stance when it comes time. Waiting on A and C.
So as healers, we reflect fire and earth. Wait, so
Just fire.
Only fire.
Just fire.
Okay,
You
just fire.
only
just
need to
fire.
deal with fire as a healer.
The spell tanks will take care of the earth.
Yes.
You can help back the Earth Orb if you want,
True.
but you
Alright.
just want to primarily focus on fire orbs.
Waiting on 1 and C. And Alia, if you wouldn't mind if I'm late on calls for things like
I'll
words.
give backup calls.
Many thanks.
Let's do this.
And because this is a trash fight, you don't need to pump.
I had a quick question about tanks. Say like both tanks die on a particular side and one re-raises. Is there enough time to fix the problem before it goes out of hand? Okay, I'm guessing that's a
Probably
no.
not.
Okay.
No, you can
I just
try
figured
your
I'd-
best.
I
You
figured
can
I'd ask
try.
anyways, you know.
I think like if they get tethered, you get aggro back, will it still run towards you? Or
Yes, it will run towards you. However, it will be going super speed.
Right. But if you end up getting it far enough away, will it
No.
lose the speed?
Right,
Once
but
the
like,
tether disappears and it's back on the purple, it cannot go super speed anymore.
gotcha. But at least that tank will have it and can die again, with hopefully having enough time for the
So,
next to die.
when you provoke after the tether, you'll definitely get at least one twice come ruin. Just keep running as fast as you can, essentially.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is if there is a chance to recover, even if it's like 0.01%.
Okay, so if I'm Wanderer, I get here and then I get knocked here, right?
Yes, correct.
And if
So you just
I'm
be-
Sacrificed, I'm here, then I get pulled here.
Yes, that is correct.
Yep.
Run away
It'll
from the
become
beginning.
much easier to see once like the death walls come up.
Yeah, I watched the video. It's super nice.
Yeah.
If you're just a note for tanks, if you're like here when a mechanic happens, you need to run to the next one.
Yeah. Or else your ad is gonna catch up with you and bop you.
What was that again?
Okay.
Sorry.
So if you're about here, where I'm jumping right now, when a mechanic is about to resolve, you have to run to the next one.
Oh yeah.
Be like a full nook away from your ad once it.
So save your sprint in case that happens. Got it.
Yes.
Cool. Is everybody ready? Or is this still in on? Oh, C is ready.
I think C's ready, yeah.
Is A ready?
I think everyone else was ready. Yeah, A's ready.
Okay.
Alright. As I said, Arc, you'll be our main tank. You can give us a 15-second.
Okay, here
Do
we
your
go.
best. What happens, happens. Sytg is a pain.
Easy game, guys. We got this.
We'll have a tank buster on main tank first.
Save your pumps for the ads. I said that really.
We'll have a knockback soon. You can use knockback immunity. Watch out for wax. And add phase. DPS are on the outer side. Add tanks, have your tank stance on. Do not touch the ads until your ads or tanks establish whatever. Jeez.
First up, entrapment. Be on a cardinal. Be on a cardinal.
Percept for your trap and immunity it. You're getting debuffs. Get in a nook to resolve your debuff. Get in a nook to resolve your debuff.
Oh, I died. Hey, Yummy. No.
Both died.
Get in a nook to dodge lightning. Dispel on Earth Orb. Earth Orb needs to be dispelled in the northwest.
You're getting your words, these are not resolving. These are not resolving.
Watch for lightning.
Zoom, zoom.
Debuffs are resolving. Get in the nook.
So on the loose, try and pick up as best you can.
Orbs are out. In a nook.
Goodbye.
If you are DPS with a Stitch Monk, you can just keep
You are
rotating
getting
clockwise.
You are getting debuffs. You'll want to get into a nook. Debuffs are resolving. You'll want to get into a nook soon, lightning coming out. Orbs are out. You are getting debuffs. We have one ad left, but focus on mechanics until it dies. You'll want to get into a nook. We have a ball of fire and a ball of earth. Okay, and on Sytg.
Healers, your main job is to arise everyone so they can build gauge for Queen. Also, it can attack provoke. Not sure if you're as a tank.
You'll be getting bolts soon. If you have a marker above your head, bring it to the outside of the arena.
There are no tanks.
Get on the outside of the arena.
I am working on art.
Just take it easy, focus on mechanics, we got past the hard part. Get away from Sytg, it is very large, get away from Sytg.
Oh, that's real big, okay. Bigger than I expected, okay, got it.
Bolt, get away from everyone else, place it on the outside of the arena.
I did reapply my
Another
re-raise,
set
yeah,
outside
right, okay.
of the arena. Get away from the proximity, get away, it will have a delayed DPS.
You are far out, stay out of the whack.
Provoking?
I believe we're gonna have a tank buster. Yep. You can use your knockback immunity. Watch for wax. This is a raid wide. Doesn't really hurt all too much.
Oops.
We'll have bolts coming out. If you get one, take it to the outside of the arena. Get away from Sytg, get away. Don't risk it. Alright. That was very good adjust. I saw some ads got loose, but they were brought back away from each other. Very good. For
For those of you curious, that also happens in a raid clear, so don't be surprised.
I mean, every clear is Slime's Prog, right? And Sytg Prog.
Is this always a body gear?
This
Yes,
is
that
always
is
a body gear piece, yes.
Cool.
Well,
And
it
there-
can also be a full augment as well.
Yes. This is the only trash boss that doesn't, or does give, like, one of the augment things. Because Queen will give you a random, full piece of any of them. Or if it's me, it's always hands.
The Queen's just throwing hands, my man.
True.
Try to save Arises simply because we're probably almost out.
Yeah, I'm completely out. Like,
I mean,
holy
we have
shit,
the lost.
crap.
We have the lost sex, right? When needed.
I have a
Yeah.
lost
That
sack.
can also give a doom. That's the problem.
Yeah, because I was trying to I tried to get up our other healer
Okay.
and it kept filling. Well, not other healer, but whatever it was.
So, welcome to Queen. Most of the work is on my shoulders to tell you where to go during chess. If you remember chess from normal, it's back, but it's worse. And it is my job to tell you the safe spot, or safe spots, depending on which mechanic it is. Like on TA, we are Aether shielding every raid wide. They hurt. They're a pain. In addition to this, we are going to need reflects, or light curtains, and we're going to need dispels.
Does
I don't
everything
need-
need dispel?
No. The way dispel is needed is Queen will give herself, like, what is it, like 4 debuffs, or buffs, I think? All of which... Okay. All of them need to be dispelled before she finishes a long cast she does. Or else it's no bueno. I just forgot. I just mental boomed, I think. What was I gonna say?
Words.
Didn't the tank get bleed the same thing like the regular Queen in DR, or is it different?
Yes.
Tanks will get a bleed and a doom, except there's 2 tank busters this time.
Right, I wanted to go over tank busters. Correct me if I'm wrong, Alia. The way we deal with tank busters is because it's just gonna target, 3 people? Okay. We'll have every tank in Alliance A, B, C use Provoke and Mitigate for the first tank buster. And then when the second one, like immediately after the first one, Alliance's D, E, F tanks are going to Provoke and Mitigate. Is it single target, or is it...
Yes, it's single target, it does not cleave. So essentially what
Okay.
happens is...
So
the
2
main
single
tank-
target once.
So what happens is the main tank at that time will take the first one, and then ABC will take the second one. However, because it leaves a heavy bleed, we want someone else to take it, so DEF takes it. So the main tank does not have a bleed, and Queen auto attacks. Because that bleed hurts like hell.
Okay, so I'm gonna take the Doom. And then somebody else vokes off me for the bleed.
Yep.
And then I voke back.
No, DEF, someone DEF. So, Queen, there is no main tank. Every tank has tank stance on.
Oh, okay.
You're essentially playing aggro walls at all times.
You can make a little game out of it if you want.
Okay.
She doesn't crave. This is why you're allowed to do this. So
Okay,
don't
okay.
worry about standing in the party. You can stand on top of your favorite melee DPS if it makes you feel happy.
Nice.
Let me get the other thing out.
I'll stand on top of the
So
wall then.
there's a lot of new stuff here. Like a normal, the Queen's Guard comes back. More than just for chess, they'll also do their bomb shenanigans, the shield sword omen of getting knocked back or being away, being in or being out. Where's the list for this? I'll go over for the most part the order of this. We start off. My god, I wrote an essay on Queen, which makes sense. Alright. We start off with a raid wide that, of course, will be Aether Shield mitigating, and if you're not, like, you can BRB if you want, if you know this fight. Otherwise, you may want to move around, HUD layout, do macros, whatever. This'll be a bit. And if you want to look at what I call the Diamond Sword markers, these are the markers we use for Queen. For just Chess 2, specifically. So, we start off with Raid Wide, then we'll have Chess 1. This will have Queen's Guard on the Cardinals of the arena doing their thing of being marched X amount of squares. And we will have the 3-point thing from normal, where 3 like orange points spawn and then they turn into lines that move slowly. Where they intersect become 2 large circle AoEs.
North Swain's glow.
We're just gonna go to what doesn't get cleaved by the Queen's Guard or the circle AoEs and not get hit. Then we'll have Tank Busters, Raid Wide, Chess 2. Chess 2 is a very interesting mechanic if you try to do it yourself, but we have a very handy-dandy way for the lead to do all of the work for you. The way it'll work is first a square in the north or south of the arena, it'll be the center, will be marked essentially. This is the end position of the mechanic, and the way we deal with this is that becomes our new quote-unquote north. So if it was north, well, it would be north. If it was right on this square that we are standing, this becomes our new north for the sake of callouts and such.
So
You're
repeat
gonna
that
want
again?
wherever the blue square spawns will become the new north for the sake of callouts.
Okay.
You will get 2 Queen's Edict debuffs that will resolve one after another. The Queen's Edict from normal, you have to walk X amount of squares, or you get Big Bad. All you have to do as an individual is look at your 2 Queen's Edict and add them together. It will be one of 3 things. It will either add up to 5, 6, or 7. So if you have a Queen's Edict of move 3 tiles, and then a Queen's Edict of move 4 tiles, that's a 7. If you have a 4 and a 2, it's a 6. It does not matter the order it goes off in, just add them. That's all you need to know personally. When that happens, I will be calling out something like 6s to 3, 5s to the left of them, 7s to the right of them. So that would have people on those squares, and in the case of any of these, I will be specifying a column. In this case, it would be the 4 column. When you have to do your Queen's Edict, you are moving to the left and then up the column that I say. In this case, with 5s to the left of 3, 6s on 3, and 7s to the right, we would be following down the 4 column. in this case of north being actually north. You will move however many squares that you need to. You'll know this because you'll just go the amount of squares that you get a red circles above your head. If you get like a big, terrifying red marker above yourself, that means that you've moved too many squares and that you're gonna die. If you do the Queen's Edict wrong, you just get doomed and die. So even if you do the mechanic wrong, at any point when you get a red marker above your head that's bad, you want to move back so that you don't die. When the second set goes off, we are still following down this file or whatever. Hopefully you can walk directly to the safe spot and end there safely. Even if you get a red marker above your head, just stay in the safe spot at the end. You will die, but if you die elsewhere, you're going to re-raise in a good situation and just die again. So you want to die in the safe area if that's your only choice. Questions on chest 2 specifically?
So, when you said right of 3 is 7, or did I mishear you?
That's what I said, yes.
Okay, because I'm just thinking if south is true north, wouldn't 5 want to be closer to the wall?
In this example, the north is the actual north.
Okay.
I didn't specify that, but yeah. In this example, it's just 5s to the left of 3, 6s on 3, 7s to the right of 3, and then it would be at the north side of the arena is our hypothetical safe square. But that wouldn't even be where we're standing. Essentially, just listen to where I tell you.
Okay. I got it now. Thank you.
There is a specific case, I'll tell you, but this might mean nothing to you. If back and side are not safe, there's a chance that 5s will need to essentially split away from the party and be on a different square. You would be on the, essentially the diagonal of, in this case, 4 or of 2. Like, I could tell you to go to D, I could tell you to go to A. Just know if you have a 5, you may need to stray away from the party, but you will still need to move left until you're in the safe column, and then down, and then to the safe spot. You're moving left until you get to the safe column. This could be 4, this could be 3 or D. Or if the true north, quote-unquote, is reversed, it could be 2 or 1 or B. When you get to the safe column, you are walking towards, like, directly north until your Queen's Edict is fulfilled. So just for the sake of it, if you're standing on 3 and the 4 column is safe, and let's say you have to move 4 times. So you'd move once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And then once you deal with the first Queen's Edict, once it resolves and you get your second one, you can run directly to the safe square. You don't have to deal with like moving up and then right, just go directly to it. Even, as I said, even if you're gonna die standing in the safe square, die there. So that if you re-raise, you have a chance. With chest 2 out of the way, there's God Save the Queen, which is just... What's the difference with God Save the Queen in a normal raid wide?
God Save the Queen hurts more.
Fair. Alright. After
you
God,
also dispel the stings that she gets after that, right?
that's after. That's
That
sovereign.
is not God Save the Queen.
Oh, okay.
That's sovereignty,
So-
which is when the bar reaches full.
So, when after the God Save the Queen and she goes into sovereignty, a few things happen. She buffs herself with, as Elia said, 5 buffs, all of which need to be dispelled before she finishes her cast. Please. There are lightning orbs that spawn around the arena. We will find the one that is closest to the queen, and we need to reflect it. This will kill it, and when it dies, it spawns a sanctum. Just a safe area that gives you electric resistance so you don't die to the raid while that's coming. If you are not using light curtains or reflect, don't stand near this orb until it dies. When I said DPS you can take a light curtain for the sake of uptime, you can just use a light curtain and then stand at the safe orb so that you're not running away losing GCDs. That's optional, but do what you will. This orb needs to be reflected twice at least to kill it, but if there's multiple people using reflect, it'll die immediately. So just be mindful. Don't walk towards the orb until you see that it has died. After that, we are going to be getting the Queen's Guard mechanics. The first of which is Warrior Gunner with the bombs. Or not bombs, the green and purple. You will either get a tether or not get a tether. It's the same as before. Tethers go to green, others go to purple. There are the orange line AoEs I brought up that when they intersect they explode, so we'll be running away from those. Getting into the wind or purple that we need, and then we will have the Mustadio circles. So, like in Queen's Guard, when we go to the safe spot, point towards the gunner, point towards the turret. Here, we're going to either green or purple, depending on tether. Show hole towards the gunner, and then towards the turret on side.
I think that's right.
Then after that, we'll have Tank Busters and we'll have Knight Soldier. Knight Soldier will be shield or sword. Is it always knockback?
Yes,
We'll have the Knight evidently doing sword, shield, omen to knock back from an orb that spawns in the center. The Queen, like in normal, is going to go untargetable, go on one cardinal of the arena, and do her arena cleaving slash. You want to get knocked back away from the side she's slashing. Then we will have the soldier doing the clones that jump around, and another Queen cleave. So we will be running to the soldier that is fake and not getting cleaved by the Queen. After that, we'll have another chest 2. We will have a Knight Gunner afterwards. This Knight will do shield or sword omen, and then teleport to somewhere on the arena. This shield sword omen is like in Queen's Guard with the green and purple, where they will have the nails. There's no easy way to deal with the way the knight is positioning and where the nails are facing. So if it's sword or shield, you know it's out or in, but adjust to the nails as best you can. There will be gun turrets. These are the easy gun turrets as normal, just don't be where they're shooting or where they're ricocheting to. And another sovereignty with the dispels and the reflects. We'll have a raid wide, then we'll have Soldier Warrior. This will be another tether mechanic, but this time it is with bombs. Like in normal, the Queen will spawn a little line AoE that will knock you back away from it. Use your poison, but you can or cannot use knockback immunity for this. If you want to use
Wait,
knockback
blue light
immunity,
knockback?
yeah.
You can knockback immunity it, actually. In
Yeah,
Savage,
you can choose is all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
You'll get knocked back or not from the line, and you will have to go to the bombs that you need. This will be the same as in Queensguard. I'll say tethers to large, others to small, or tethers to small, others to large. If you use knockback immunity, just stand in the bomb you need. If you're not using knockback immunity, do some fancy stuff to get pushed into the bomb you need. We'll have the fire and ice potent before the bombs actually go off, and then bombs will go off. Then we will have the Queen's Guard all coming next to the Queen, doing a very fun time of a soft enrage. This hurts a lot. Healers, be on your game. And after we have 4 soft enrages, we'll have actual enrage.
Wow, somebody actually...
Who got kicked from D?
Amazing.
We lost a healer.
Oof.
Was it Dawn or Ice?
Ice.
Okay. I'll just ask here, is there a healer that is comfortable with solo healing, ideally with 10 sucker stacks? If not, Party D's or Dawn is going to have to do their best. Alright. Good luck, Party D.
We're brave, we can take it.
Do we have, are all main tanks equipping Dispel, or are there certain ones?
I have both Aether Shield and Dispel on.
If there's 2 or 3 dispels, I think it's fine if others don't.
I just didn't know if you want, because I can either equip an honored sack or a Dispel, so I just wanted to know.
How many dispels do we have? We have Arc, Ayame, just saying like yell chat, if you have it equipped right now. Alia has Dispel. I'll ask Dami if you can equip Dispel then. Just to have some backups in case people are dead.
I do not expect to clear.
We do have some BRBs, so I'll leave this at time for any questions about anything.
Will we use your reflect for the fire again, or I forgot.
There will be two sovereign casts. During this sovereign, there will be lightning orbs. These orbs need to be reflected, and then they will spawn a safe bubble of lightning resistance that everyone will stack inside.
Are we gonna be okay with Group D only having 1 healer?
Group D will have to do their best. I think they'll be... they should be fine up until Soft Enrage, but this is also depending on who lives, who doesn't. Wait. That's enough time. It's a 10-minute fight, but we'll get some.
I mean, wait, so, like, okay, so how many is in their party? 7? Or just...
Yes,
Ouch.
Party D lost 1.
Why did the other one left? What happened?
AFK. They got timed out and kicked out of the instance. This is why we move around or HUD layout.
If we do wipe or clear or whatever, are we going back in, or is this the last?
We don't have
level?
time.
Okay.
We have half an hour by the time we wipe or clear Queen. We have like 15 minutes.
I didn't know if we were gonna just go back in and kill what we could
There's
in a
also
half
another
hour.
run right after this.
Gotcha.
I thought, well, there's an hour, but yeah, not enough time for actual.
Yes, I would like to cook a meal.
No food for
And
you.
I have to
Yeah,
go to.
All right,
my work
30-minute
and
re-clear.
reset.
We're mimic chaining. That'll be enough time. Yeah, let's get party ready checks. If we haven't already.
All stances are on, unless you are solo tanking.
Ooh. Oh boy.
A, B, D, F already. Waiting on C and E.
Wait, every tank needs a tank stance on, you said?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everyone gets to play the aggro game.
Yes. This is your re-raiser, your food, and your shell and protect check. If you need shell reapplied, go to the right. If you need protect reapplied, go to the left.
Is protect going on everyone or just tanks?
Just tanks. We shouldn't need bubble, because it can buff Cole. For this, just in case, I'm gonna ask healers to not dot. Sorry for your precious parses, but let's do our best. So we have A, B, C, D, F, E ready? Okay. Alright, some of you are curious maybe about the safety circle. It's the safe circle. For mechanics that are not chess 2, you can follow the safety circle. Yes, I'll give you a Dorito. That works. Do not follow the safety circle squares during Sovereign, unless you're reflecting, because I will be standing in the circles and reflecting. If you don't have it, you'll die. Alright. I'll kindly ask Alia to back me up. And we'll do our best. This is your final check for re-raisers, food, and tank stance. Every tank stance
Oh
is
my gosh, I can't turn
on.
tank stance on.
Every stance.
Holy moly,
is
I
on.
can't figure it out.
Out there
Cleric
going out.
stance.
Okay, position.
Question. So if that healer, like that left, if they stay in the party, would they still get the achievement?
Nope,
No.
they're out of the
They are
instance.
kicked out of the instance. It's different from DCing where you can reconnect. They are just booted out. They cannot rejoin. We'll start off with a raid wide. Aether Shield mitigate. And we'll be going into chess 1. On 1 should be safe. 1 is safe.
One is not safe, one is not safe, one is not
Oh,
safe.
it's not safe. Okay.
It's up one, it's up one.
I misplaced that.
On the square, it's fine.
Stay. Let's go. Alright, we'll have tank busters. ABC, provoke mitigate. DEF, provoke mitigate. Aether shield mitigate, read wide. And we're going to have chess 2. Find the glowy blue circle, square, and that will be our new north. Back is safe, side is safe, so 5s on 4, 6s behind them, 7s on 3.
5's on D, 6's in corner, 7's to the right of them.
Thank you. We're walking up the 4 column. 5s move to the left and go up the 4 column. Move until your debuff goes away.
If you have a line on top of you, go back.
And run directly to the safe square. Even if you get a line above your head, just die in the safe square. Think about reopeners. We'll have God Save the Queen, Aether Shield mitigate. This one hurts more.
Pop your reflex. Pop your reflex.
Dispel on Queen. Reflect the one by B. Get inside the safe orb circle. Watch if you get a tether. Tethers will be going to green. Others to purple. Tethers will be going to green, others to purple on one side of the arena. We are going towards C. Towards C, tethers to green, others to purple. Face your safe spot towards the gunner and towards a turret on side. Back on Queen. ABC, provoke mitigate. DEF, provoke mitigate.
Watch first units, watch first units.
We're going to be getting knocked back from the orb. And do not get cleaved by the Queen. Towards 3, towards 3.
Oh, god dang it.
We want to be at A, near A. Clone at A. Back on Queen. Aether Shield mitigate. We'll have chest 2 coming out again. Look for where the square is for our new true north. We have, again, 7s on 1, 6s in the corner, and 5s on 2, 5s on 2.
Where's 3 again? Where's 3 again? Here?
We're moving up. We're moving up the 2 column. Go until your marker disappears. If you get a red marker, go back. And go directly to the safe square, even if you will die. Directly to the safe square.
Healers can LB3 at the center of the room after this goes on.
Not if our healer's dead.
We'll have
just
tank
died.
clusters coming out.
All our team is dead.
ABC, provoke mitigate. BF, provoke mitigate. Healers, you can LB3 if there are any dead. We are looking at the knight. It is sword omen, so we will be away from the knight. Away from the knight and away from the nails. Wait until the nails spawn. Get away from the nails. Towards 4, towards 4. Dodge the turrets. Do not be in their line of sight. Dispel on queen.
There's one on 8th queen.
Okay, thank you. Get under queen. Raid wide, Aether Shield mitigate. Look for if you get a tether, this will deal with the bombs you need to get. When the line appears, you can use knockback immunity. Tethers are going to large, others to small. Tethers are going to large, others to small. You can knock back immunity. And keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. If you had a tether, you'll have a bomb above your head. And walk into one that explodes. Back on queen. Aether Shield mitigate, or no.
Yeah, Aether Shield.
We will have soft enrages coming out. Aether Shield now. Normal raid wide.
I'm dead.
Into proper enrage.
15%, let's go.
Oh,
Good job, everyone.
I've got a lot of work to do.
I don't know. You did the second queen chest, right? Correct?
Yep.
At least. What's a hard?
Thanks for the call, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, dude.
Thank you.
15%
50%'s
queen
not bad for a
enrage.
TA prog.
Yeah, it was good. That was, honestly, the recovery on Sytg was very good, I think.
Yeah, that was a very good recovery on that.
That was my bad. I fucked up.
You were the only one.
So just talking about something, please keep comms clear. If your healers die, please just mark them, and then say in yell chat, as we need to keep the comms clear for mechanics that are coming in. Secondly, someone said they had a 3. You can't get a 3 in chess. What your goal is to add both of your debuffs up. So maybe it'll be a 3 and a 4, 3 and a 2, whatever. Once you add them up, that is your final number. That is where you need to go.
How do you feel, Loda?
Soon. Soon I will have
a clear.
Probably.
You've cleared before, though, yeah?
I mean,
Or are you
I've
talking about
cleared,
calling
but
clear?
calling, yeah, getting other people to
calling
clear.
caller's prog is very
Yeah.
different. It'll
Oh,
feel
yeah.
good, I promise. You're gonna be high on the adrenaline of a queen clear for like hours.
I would like to know.
But I
If
mean,
anybody was raiding.
look, you got your party to queen. How did it feel?
I was happy to see past Sytg. I was calling from the ground. I straight up died on Sytg.
Yeah, it's Sytg. You don't think is going to be difficult, and then it sneaks up on you.
I think I just straight up walked into a death wall at the beginning.
The first time I called Sytg, I was tanking a Sytg ad, and I was like, oh, I can do this. Like, I've heard Iron call Sytg 100.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the group chat there because thank you everybody who tuned in. We made it to Queen. We saw Queens in Rage. I don't think did I die to Queen? I don't remember. I probably did. I probably died to something. At the very least, I know I got hit. But hey, I didn't die to chess, so that's something. Hopefully my next run ends up being a clear. So yeah. Thank you. Don't know when the next one is. Might be Tuesday, might be later, I don't know. Tuesday I hopefully will be part of another TA prog that may or may not end up making it to Queen. So, we'll see.